Hey y'all, so today we're going to be doing our sessions a little bit differently. It is a snow day outside, so the kids are here and they are doing their virtual schools today. So we are going to do virtual peer support today. I hope you guys can see my board. If you can't, I will send you a copy of it, or I will send you a link where you can find it at. I don't know if y'all's TikTok algorithm has been doing the same thing mine has been doing, but it has been consistently giving me growth mindsets and business mindsets and things that kind of collaborate with my BossEpreneur mantra. If you're new, you probably don't know about my BossEpreneur mantra, but I'm going to share a link with you guys that will help you find out about my BossEpreneur movement. It is all about personal growth and healing, okay? A lot of times getting ready is starting in here and in here, okay? So today I want us to think about your story. It says my story, it's backwards, I know. My story, okay? This is our first step. Everybody has a story. A lot of us who are peer support started this because we have a story and we wanted to share that story because we know that it can be helpful, impactful, and moving for other people. And that's why we're here doing this job. And a lot of the people that I work with, you guys, have great stories. And I hope that one day we'll get to tell those stories. So we have to start somewhere. So today you're going to get a piece of paper and I'm going to be checking your homework. So go ahead and get that paper and the pencil. You can pause it if you need to. My story. I want to be, whether that's creative, whether that's happier, whether that's more honest, whether that's more, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be a business owner. It doesn't matter what you want to be or what it is that you're talking about here. Just put my story and then I want to be. And then we're going to talk about a little bit of what the issue is. Right now I feel, so maybe right now you feel a lack of drive. Maybe right now you don't feel like you're able to move forward or get past something that happened before. And maybe right now you feel motivated. Let's go some positive ones. Right now you feel motivated, or you might feel trapped, or right now you feel exasperated or super energetic. So let's talk about how you feel about what it is that you're wanting to be right now, or what you're wanting to do, okay? And because of this, because of how I feel, I act or avoid. With that being said, I might act as if I don't care about stuff, or I act as if I'm okay every day. I act like I already have it, even though I don't. So I'm faking it till I make it, right? Or I avoid persons, places, and things. I avoid going out into the world. I avoid this difficult task. I avoid starting, so I don't have to worry about finishing. Okay? But the truth is, I'm afraid of. So now we're going to talk about what you're really scared of, what's really holding you back. And I want you to sit on this one and think about it for a second. What is the big fear here? It's the what if this happens? Okay? And then we're going to move into, I remember a time I felt blank about it. Okay? And I can start, and this is where we're moving into the next section of resetting my mindset. But let's go back here for a second. I remember when I felt blank about this. So this could be a time when you felt excited about this. Remember when you were a kid and you were like hoping and dreaming about this, or remember when before you were somebody who has depression or anxiety and you felt like, oh, that's not a thing, or whatever it was you felt. Let's put this here, okay? So after we talk about the truth is I'm afraid of this, we're going to talk about I remember when I felt blank about it. And then we're going to say I can start to reset that mindset. I'm see if I can adjust. I can start to reset that mindset. And what that is reframing thoughts, right? So we have to start by reframing our thoughts. We're going to think about unhelpful thoughts versus helpful thoughts. Are you with me still? Okay. So an example of an unhelpful versus helpful thought process. The situation is going to be you missed a deadline at work. So I want you to write down if that happened to you. Look at my kitchen back there. I just did not do anything with it today. I tried. Okay. Anyways, moving forward. You missed a deadline at work. What would a helpful thought, what would your first response be in the mindset that you're in now? The unhelpful thought. And then we're going to write down a helpful thought, right? So the unhelpful thought is you missed a deadline at work, so I'm going to get fired. They're not going to want me. They're going to think I'm incapable. They are going to find somebody else who can do the job better than I can, right? And the helpful thought would be something like, I might just need to email them, my boss, and let them know I didn't get this in time. Everything's going to be okay, which is the ending part. Everything's going to be okay. I can try again. I can still complete it. I'd rather get it done late and turn it in versus not getting it done at all, right? So we want to think of helpful thoughts versus that challenge, that unhelpful thought, right? Once you got that done, we're going to move to number 2, which is you felt down, so you didn't clean up the house today. And this happens with a lot of people who are like neurodivergent or who have like ADHD, who have depression, things like that. Like you just didn't feel like it, right? And maybe the first unhelpful thought is, I'm going to be so behind on laundry now, or my partner is going to be upset with me because I didn't do the task I was supposed to do. They're going to think I'm a slob, right? Or they're going to think I'm not capable of doing this. There could be so many thoughts, negative thoughts, unhelpful thoughts that come along with that. Like you just know that you wanted to clean the house, but you couldn't find that energy to do it, right? And then we're going to think of the helpful thought. The helpful thought being, maybe I can ask for help to get it done. I can start now. Maybe tomorrow I can do this to be able to do that. Maybe I need an extra cup of coffee so that I can clean up. Or maybe I need to rest tonight so that I can take care of that. Or it's okay. I don't have to clean up the house every day. Right? So a lot of those unhelpful thoughts can be challenged by finding a helpful thought, right? And that's going to lead us into our progress mapping. And this is where we're truly going to find the solutions, right? And this is the first step in finding our true stories and really telling about our true selves and getting to know our true selves, kind of like the shadow work, right? So you're going to draw a chart on your paper also. In your first box, I want you to put the issue, right? This is going to kind of look like a family tree a little bit. The issue. Who's the head? Head of the household here. The issue, right? And then we're going to frame from that solution 1 and solution 2. Okay? With each solution, we're going to put an unhelpful thought and a helpful thought. An unhelpful action and a helpful action. Okay? Then, once we're done with that, we're going to move down and find the best solution, right? So now we have 2 options. We're going to pick which one works best for us, and we're going to go with that. And then we're going to actually make progress on that. So we're going to start with that. So let's say the issue is, let's go back. Let's say I didn't clean the house today. So I felt down, so I didn't clean the house today, right? So the issue is going to be, no, I don't want that to be the issue. It's not going to be cleaning. So the real issue is I neglected tasks because I felt blank, right? So your first solution is going to be something we talked about already. Maybe it could be managing time, okay? And your second solution might be self-care, okay? A negative response to this issue, with this solution, is I feel like I already managed my time well, right? So the solution was managing time because I neglected tasks because I felt blank, right? So managing time. I feel like I already managed my time well enough, right? That's the negative thought. Positive thought. Maybe I could manage it a little bit better, or maybe I can take a few minutes away from this task so I can do this task, right? Then we're going to go to solution 2 with self-care. Think of a negative thought for that, right? A negative thought for that might be me sitting down all day or not doing the housework was technically self-care. The positive thought was maybe I need a few extra minutes at nighttime, such as sleeping in or going to bed a little bit earlier so that I have more energy the next day. Or maybe I can eat a more balanced breakfast so that I have more energy. Okay? And then we're going to go here to your best solution. Now for me, I feel like the self-care would be the best solution, because if you give yourself self-care, you take time out for you, then time management and other things will come. Like you'll be more refreshed to do that. It's like taking a shower for your brain and body, right? Once you give yourself self-care, you'll have the ability to manage your time better. So I'm going to break this in my head. I'm going to break this down to step 1 and step 2. Instead of it being solution 1 and solution 2, in my head, I'm going to say, well, this is step 1, and then this is step 2. Okay? And that way, the solution can really be, the best solution is both of them, maybe. Okay? So let me know your thoughts on this session. And let me know if you'd like to do more virtual peer support too. And I am considering doing a virtual peer support life skills group. If you would like that, make sure that you send me your email address when you text me. Let me know that you have done your homework, and you send me a picture of your homework, okay? And then we will dissect your homework together. Thanks.